Lionel Messi, a name almost everybody in the world knows, the pure footballing genius, admired by millions, accepted as the greatest athlete ever by millions. But not everybody knows his journey, from being a guy who suffered growth hormone deficiency in childhood to becoming one of the most influential athletes ever. Messi, other than the natural talent, was a highly determined and professional footballer. He worked hard, every day, reached first on the pitch to train, and hit the gym. The result? His sheer determination helped him win the most Ballon d'Ors in the history, along with the most trophies ever won by a footballer. And let's not forget his more than 800 goals and 300 plus assists. Was he talented? Yes. But his success wasn't about just talent. It was something more than that. A strong mindset and mentality to deal with both the success and failures in the best possible way. After hearing the Messi story, a question arises in every mind. What really separates the good from the truly great? Is it pure talent or something more profound? Well, if you want to know what the secrets and habits of highly successful athletes, this is the perfect for you. Because at the end of this video, you'll have a comprehensive blueprint of the main habits you need to incorporate in your routine to compete with the very best. Before we start, let's shed a light on Aristotle's golden words. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. So, join us as we dissect the daily rituals of champions, uncovering the practical principles that can unlock your own peak performance, no matter your arena. Let's get into it. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You're standing on the field, the court, the track, the ground, or whatever your sport is, wherever your dreams live. You can hear the crowd, that loudness and cheering, the admiration from thousands of fans sitting in the stands. You feel the adrenaline. You see every move unfold before it happens. You are way ahead of the time. You are imagining everything, even before it actually happens. Trust me, this isn't just daydreaming. It's mental imagery, a tool, a tactic that elite athletes use to sharpen their skills before they even step into the field. Now, you must be wondering, oh, that mental imagery isn't real. It's just a myth. But the research says otherwise. Research by Guillaume et al., 2008, shows that motor imagery, visualizing yourself performing a skill all just in your mind, in your motor cortex, activates the same neural pathways as physically practicing it. But does it matter? And if it does, why does this matter? To answer that question, let me state a fact. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. Every champion, every elite athlete starts with a vision so impeccable, a hope so unshakable that it fuels their discipline and makes them unmatched. It makes them superior and gives them resilience to compete against the very best. So, tell me, what's your vision? What do you see when you're standing in the ground before the match, when you close your eyes? Having a strong vision is a plus, but here's a truth. That vision alone, it isn't enough to become unstoppable. You need something more than just a vision, because the real magic? It happens in the daily grind, the early morning workouts and trainings, the extra reps, the moments of hard work when no one else is watching. As the legendary Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." But there's something else which must be discussed. Even with all that hard work, vision and talent, setbacks can happen, and setbacks will come. Trust me. Just imagine a young Michael Jordan who was thrown out of his high school basketball team. That rejection could have been the end. But did he give up? No. Instead, that rejection became fuel for him to drive the engine of resilience and success. So, tell me, When the world tells you no, are you going to fold and give up? Or are you going to dig deeper and prove them wrong? What if your body was a high-performance machine, for example, a race car? Would you fill it with cheap fuel and expect it to win? Of course not. A race car needs the high-quality fuel to win against the best. So does your body. Elite athletes don't just eat, they fuel their body. Every meal, every food they consume is a strategic choice. Every nutrient a building block for strength, speed, and recovery. They protect their body in the best ways possible. Still not convinced? Well, let's see what research says. Research by Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition 2017 shows that the right balance of protein, carbs, and healthy fats doesn't just sustain energy, it enhances performance to the highest level, speeds up recovery, and sharpens focus to optimize performance both on and off the field. But here's the real question. If you wouldn't sabotage a race car engine to win the championship, why would you sabotage yourself by not giving importance to your body? Tell me, what will you choose? Convenience or commitment while we're talking about the most important nutrients your body needs? Let's not forget one essential nutrient. Guess what is it? Yes, you guessed it right. It's water. The simplest, most powerful performance enhancer you're probably neglecting. Medical education proves one thing. Dehydration doesn't just make you thirsty, it drains your energy, clouds your mind, slows your reflexes. And the result? Your performance decreases massively. Just think of your cells as tiny little batteries. Without enough water, would they spark? No. So ask yourself, are you drinking just enough to survive? Or are you flooding your system with endurance? Because trust me, the difference between good and great, between average and elite, might just be a few extra glasses a day. That's how essential hydration is. Let's move on to another important thing your body needs to work like a well-oiled machine. It's rest by getting enough sleep. As Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr. once said, rest is not idleness. It is by no means a waste of time. Here's a weird scientific fact. You work hard to build your muscles, but they don't grow in the gym. In fact, they grow when you sleep. Your mind doesn't reset by working harder. It resets when you pause, when you sleep, when you get those 8 hours of quiet, peaceful quality sleep. Now, tell me, when was the last time you hit that pause button and truly let your body and mind recharge? What if I told you that hard work alone isn't enough? I mean, hard work does play a significant role in becoming an elite athlete. But is it the only thing required? Absolutely not. Believe me, the difference between good and legendary, it isn't just sweat, it's strategy. When you don't even know how you're going to achieve your dream, what even is the point of working hard? Highly successful athletes don't just throw themselves mindlessly into training. They go to train with clarity, focus, sharpness, and most importantly, a strategy. Every drill, every rep, every recovery session is part of a blueprint designed for their body, their sport, their targets, their goals. Let's study the life of Serena Williams, the legendary woman tennis player. Her training wasn't just about smashing the balls harder with power. It was a science of footwork, stance, power, and recovery. Everything tailored together to turn her into an unstoppable tennis player. And the result? She became unbeatable. She won almost every trophy and became one of the greatest athletes of all times. So ask yourself, are you mindlessly, purposelessly following a random routine? Or are you designing a plan as unique as your potential? And while we're on the topic, let's clear some common misconceptions about recovery. Most people think rest and recovery means stopping, but trust me, they're part of the workout. Active recovery by any means, whether it's yoga, swimming, or a light jog, it isn't laziness, it's intelligence. giving your body and mind a time to rest, giving your muscles a time to rebuild. It's a genius tactic. Still not convinced about the importance of recovery? Just picture a Formula One pit crew. Do they race non-stop? No. In fact, they fine-tune the engine between laps. And your body is no different. So are you still going to make the mistake of thinking recovery as a mere stop? Or are you going to use it as a secret weapon like Serena Williams or Formula One crew to attain sharpness? Have you ever wondered what separates the dreamers from achievers? Is it talent? No. I mean, talent sure does play a massive part in an athlete's success. But there's something else, something more magical that separates extraordinary athletes from ordinary. It's tenacity, the sheer determination and commitment. History's greatest athletes all share one super trait: refusal to quit. Just think of Michael Phelps, the Olympic gold medalist in swimming, grinding through swims in freezing pools, or Kobe Bryant's infamous Mamba mentality, which outworked his peers and his opponents. Let's remember the famous words of Calvin Coolidge: "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." It's talent which gets you noticed in the start. There's no doubt about that. But it's relentless commitment that will propel you forward and makes you unstoppable. So ask yourself, when the initial excitement fades, what will make you move forward and push you to achieve your goals? Let's talk about another extremely essential thing an athlete, no matter how talented or hardworking, needs to become the best. It's coaching. Consider how a young Roger Federer transformed from a talented youngster into a beast, a champion under coach Peter Lundgren's guidance. Even Federer's pathway to success wasn't alone. So why do you think you can make it alone? Is it because are you too proud and egotistic to seek help? Or are you humble enough to accelerate your growth by standing on the shoulders of giants and feel pride in seeking help from professional coaches? Because don't forget, every master was once an apprentice. And last but not least, this journey to becoming an unstoppable athlete isn't about instant success. Eradicate the concept of short-term success from your mind forever. Success is about discipline, finding peace and joy in being disciplined. As Winston Churchill reminded us, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So ask yourself, are you playing just to win a single game? Or are you determined enough to win tournaments for many years to come, no matter what it takes? Because the principles we've explored are not confined to the arena or the field. They are universal truths about achieving excellence in any endeavor. Cultivate these habits, and you too can unlock the champion within. In the words of Samuel Smiles, sow a thought and you reap an act. Sow an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny. The path to greatness begins not with grand gestures, but with the conscious choices you make each and every day. Embrace the athlete's mindset. Cultivate these daily habits and unleash your inner champion. The journey to your peak potential starts now, but the question is, are you ready to do what it takes?